It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA.
Look at that pause. It sounded like she drunk a gallon of water in between that pause.
It happens like we know any other time like Angel will make the shot. I mean, she knows she'll make the shot, but in that moment, you just got to encourage it.
Imagine having the audacity to look into a room full of cameras and compare yourself to Michael Jordan, not just as a competitor, but as the ultimate face of the league. Now imagine doing that while sharing the court with a generational talent who actually moves the needle like MJ did. Welcome back to the channel. Today's story isn't just about a basketball game, it's about the ultimate reality check. When ESPN's Jay Hill boldly predicted that Angel Reese would retire as the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, the sports world paused. But nobody reacted quite like Stephen A. Smith. He went on national television and issued a bone-chilling warning, practically begging Angel to stop writing checks her game couldn't cash. And boy, was he right. What happened next on the hardwood was a historical massacre. 20,000 screaming fans, an ambush environment, and a missed layup that will live on the blooper reel forever. Was the backlash justified?
By the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote?
Shots and flagrant fouls like it was part of the entertainment, and players like Reese is watching her team get demolished night after night. But here's where it gets really interesting.
On Scandal, Stephen A. Smith forewarned Angel Reese that
Did Caitlin Clark just end the rivalry single-handedly? Before we break down the absolute beatdown and the karma that followed, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds, it's completely free, and it helps us keep bringing you the raw, unfiltered truth about the WNBA. Now, let's get into the craziest karma story of the season. To understand why this game was so deeply satisfying, we have to rewind just 48 hours before tip-off. Angel Reese has always thrived on drama. She feeds off trash talk, viral moments, and building her personal brand.
Same span. Ever in the history of ever.
she didn't show off. She simply pivoted and surveyed the throng. There was an utterly...
He pointed out that instead of protecting their golden goose, the league let her get targeted.
But before this season, she crossed a line that you just don't cross with basketball royalty. During a pre-game press conference, Reese doubled down on the narrative that her brand effect and competitive fire were on par with Michael Jordan. She subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, implied that she, not Caitlin Clark, was the true face of the WNBA. The internet exploded, but ESPN's Stephen A. Smith didn't just get mad, he executed a verbal takedown live on air. He stared directly into the camera and dismantled her logic piece by piece. He reminded her, "You are not Michael Jordan. You aren't even Caitlin Clark." SAS brilliantly pointed out the fundamental difference between the two stars. Caitlin Clark is building a legacy on pure, unadulterated skill, logo threes, breathtaking assists, and historical stats.
Laughing at Angel Reese, bruh, after the Angel Reese missed layup to win by a buzzer beater. The rivalry is definitely...
Yeah.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be...
Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have...
From them. We cannot every time the girl plays a game. She got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not...
Angel Reese, on the other hand, was building her brand on controversy. Stephen A. warned her that if she kept living in a fantasy world, the basketball gods were going to humble her in the most public, humiliating way possible. Spoiler alert, the basketball gods were listening. Picture this for a second. You are Caitlin Clark. You walk into an arena where 20,000 people paid for a ticket just to see you fail. The tension is so thick you can taste it. The opposing team is staring you down like you're the villain in their movie. Every time you touch the ball, a deafening chorus of boos rattles the concrete walls. It was an ambush.
While staring directly at the camera, he methodically destroyed her reasoning, piece by piece.
So, let's go to Angel Reese clocking Caitlin Clark right in the throat hole.
But just 35 and at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten to this.
My jacket Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question.
The crowd wanted blood. They wanted their star, Angel Reese, to rule the night. But here is the fatal flaw in trying to intimidate a generational genius. Most athletes shrivel under that kind of pressure. Caitlin Clark, she uses it as rocket fuel. From the opening tip, the energy was electric. But basketball doesn't care about what the fans want. It doesn't care about Twitter narratives or personal brands. The only thing that matters is who puts the ball in the hoop. And early on, it was clear that Angel Reese was trying way too hard to validate those MJ comparisons. She demanded the ball in the post. She tried to bully her way to the rim.
Thing that makes this whole situation even more damaging. This wasn't an isolated incident. This was just the latest in a series of meltdowns that have defined Angel Reese's post-game press conference that should have been about basketball. She turned it into her own personal therapy session, complete with
kind of a tough fourth quarter for us, and then we had a chance to win it at regulation, and it just didn't go down. And
fourth in overtime, they outscored 31-19. What changed in that at the end of the game?
Wait, can you repeat that?
At the end of the game, they outscored.
Caitlin Clark totally rebuilt the Matrix in addition to taking control of the game. Caitlin was working in the fourth.
But in her obsession to create a highlight reel, she completely forgot how to play fundamental basketball. What happened next was genuinely hard to watch. In the span of just 6 minutes, Angel Reese missed 3 consecutive wide-open layups. Wide open. No defense in her face. Just her and the rim. And she clanked every single one. As one commentator brilliantly noted during the broadcast, the last 4 games, Angel Reese is shooting less than 25% on layups. You can't say, we know she'll make it, when the stats are screaming the exact opposite. And when you can't score, what do you resort to? Frustration. With just 35 seconds left in a crucial moment.
Believe to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go to the monitor.
Caitlin Clark, the only player in WNBA history to average 26 and 9 assists over a 10-game span.
Her behavior and her entire approach to professional basketball called out the league for letting Clark get body slammed every night while refs just swallowed.
Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort.
Angel Reese completely lost her composure and clocked Caitlin Clark right in the throat. A cheap shot, a desperate move from a player who knew she was being outclassed. The look on Reese's face after that miss at the end of regulation was the face of pure defeat. It was the exact moment she realized she was about to become the laughingstock of the basketball world for the next 48 hours. In fact, the humiliation was so severe that Angel Reese completely dodged the media after the game, refusing to speak to reporters. She knew she messed up. The internet giveth the hype, and the internet will ruthlessly taketh it away. While Angel Reese was missing layups and resorting to cheap fouls, what was Caitlin Clark doing? She wasn't just playing basketball. She was rebuilding the Matrix. While the rest of the league plays in 3D, Caitlin was operating in the 4th dimension. To start the assault, she pulled up from 35 feet out, right at the logo.
They usually call it. And, she gets it really hard there. Any contact above the shoulders is an audible. The F2 definition would be unnecessary and excessive.
Crater in viewership that exposes exactly how much the league depends on one player. This isn't just underperformance, this is complete and utter collapse.
We know that we can beat a team like that if we have a full team together, but even with the team we had tonight.
There's a mother and a daughter who she spent $2,000 on these tickets and they were threatening to throw her out.
And splashed a cold-blooded 3 that instantly hushed the front row. Then she started threading passes that defied human geometry. She was hitting her teammates perfectly in stride, racking up assists at a rate that left statisticians scrambling to keep up. But she wasn't just a floor general. She was doing the dirty work. She was flying into the paint, ripping rebounds straight out of the hands of bigger, stronger players, showing Angel Reese exactly what true grit looks like. By the middle of the 3rd quarter, the unthinkable flashed on the screen. Caitlin Clark had secured a spectacular career-high tries. Plea double. She became the only player in WNBA history to average 26 points and 9 assists over a 10-game span.
Shout out to Venom. That's not even the worst one. I want to show y'all this one. He posted this clip as well of Aaliyah Boston refusing to pass the ball to Caitlin Clark. Take a look at...
Smith delivers the most brutal reality check you've ever seen, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. Also,
here's the problem. It doesn't matter where you put her if she can't convert. It's like rearranging furniture in a haunted house and
day. Anytime the head is hit, they usually call it. And, she gets her really hard there. But you said it, Lisa. I'll let you explain it.
Animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players.
Ever in the history of ever. The game went to overtime, 95-91. Players like Kelsey Mitchell stepped up, dropping 20 points to extend the streak. But the story of the night was the absolute clinic Clark put on. And if you listen to Angel Reese's head coach after the game, the frustration was palpable. When asked about the missed layup that could have won it in regulation, the coach was clearly pissed. He admitted they got 2 wide-open looks right at the end of the game, and they just rolled out. He knew. The whole team knew. They were right there, but Angel Reese's collapse cost them the game. But let's talk about the exact minute the arena died. It was late in the fourth quarter.
Caitlin Clark is going to be wide open under the basket. Aaliyah Boston refused to pass it.
So they throw it in the post. Aaliyah says, clear out, little. She posts out here.
People were genuinely rooting for Angel Reese to succeed. She came into the league as a headline-generating machine, a walking storyline, the rival to Caitlin Clark.
And there she gets her in the throat. Yeah. What are we doing? Nick?
Professional player would take that clipboard, listen to the strategy, and try to help their team win.
The F2 definition would be unnecessary and excessive.
The blowout was already taking shape. Caitlin caught the ball on the wing, gave a deadly hesitation crossover that sent her defender stumbling backward, took a step back, and launched a cold-blooded three-pointer right in Angel Reese's face. As the ball snapped through the net, Caitlin didn't scream. She didn't taunt. She simply turned, pivoted, and surveyed the crowd. And in that exact second, 20,000 people who had been screaming, booing, and insulting her for 2 hours were instantly muted. You could literally hear a pin drop in that arena. Caitlin Clark had just pressed the ultimate mute button. She didn't use trash talk to silence them. She used the greatest single-game performance of her young career. Stephen A. Smith had warned them.
Fatu Sissoko Stevens is on a renew.
Harsh reality that Angel Reese and her supporters don't want to admit. This isn't about one bad moment.
And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history.
Look at that pause. It sounded like she drunk a gallon of water in between that pause.
It happens we know any other time Angel will make the shot.
It's not always intent. It's what actually happens. They can't measure intent.
You can't want to be the villain. You can't pride yourself in being the villain, and then you lose, and all of a sudden you succumb to those emotions.
You don't poke the bear. You don't compare yourself to Michael Jordan until you have the hardware to back it up. While Caitlin Clark's career-high triple-double goes down in the history books, Angel Reese's missed layups and complete breakdown will forever be on the blooper reel. Let's be honest. The rivalry isn't even a rivalry anymore. It's a masterclass in dominance. It was incredibly satisfying to watch that antagonistic, jeering mob get completely subdued by pure, undeniable talent. Do you think Angel Reese owes an apology to the fans for her absurd Michael Jordan comparison, or should she just stick to playing basketball? I want to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments section below right now. If you love watching the haters get absolutely demolished on the court, hit that like button immediately. Become a subscriber to the channel to ensure you never miss a breakdown, and turn on those post notifications so you're always the first to know. The WNBA drama never stops. And I'll see you in the next one.